I saw you over there. You were just a blob in the distance at first. I couldn't make out anything distinct for a while. Then I saw a shift in your posture that betrayed your feminine grace. Seated comfortably on a park bench, you crossed your legs below hips too fluid to be a man's, and with this telling action, you thus became much clearer to me. Then I could trace the contour of your lithe, slim form snugly enfolded by a knee-length, well-used, yet nonetheless well-kept overcoat, which just slightly betrayed the cloth of your sapphire dress laying beneath the smart fold of your lapel. This dress peeked out just a hair beneath the hem of your coat as well, maybe a quarter of an inch over your left calf, which was the one on top, but this was a barely noticeable aberration within the pertness of your attire. Your calves were swathed in sable stockings, tapering into your tasteful lapis lazuli heels, on only one of which was a slight scratch, just along the right-hand side of the right shoe, which you did well to hide by crossing your left foot over your right. What a clever thought, I remember thinking, commending your subtle sagacity. Your hands were folded over your lap, right upon left, in contrast to your legs, I'm sure, and even the one somewhat unsightly vein carving into the thumb of your right hand could not detract from the soft effusion of beauty and poise that emanated from these lovely, white, delicate hands. Your nails were so wholesome. No gaudy color or patterning splotched across them, but simply the brilliant shine of a natural, robust bodily composition. No artificiality glossing across their surface, none whatsoever. The flesh of your arms and bosom were hidden from me, of course, but I could tell, from the softness of your hands and raw dignity of your exposed neck, that this flesh could only have been luminous, spotless, unencumbered by even the tiniest mole or freckle above your right breast. I could not linger my gaze upon your neck without feeling the creep of passion breathing up from within, so I then directed my sight to your face. And what a face it was! It was indescribably lovely. It had such a pure and authentic beauty that there was no question that this was a face unspoiled by cosmetics. Yet if any were used, their disposition upon your visage was so artfully rendered as to conceal any evidence of their existence. Your mouth was protean, mysterious. When I first glanced up from the heat of your neck, I saw your lips as a lurid crimson smear, coyly acknowledging the effect of your pulsing jugular upon me. But as I cooled in the serenity of your seraphic countenance, they transformed into a gentle pink smile, prim with the self-knowledge of chastity and assured esteem. The smooth point of your chin curved pleasantly up to your ears, which were hidden by the charming bobs of your auburn hair, except for the tip of the right lobe, revealed by a slight incline of your head to the left and back, as if to demonstrate, just to me, the small clandestine flesh of the lobe, hovering shyly over the slash and glow of your jaw. Your complexion was achingly plush, I could tell, because of the not unattractive layer of nearly invisible hair weaving along your pearlescent surface, which increased your attraction beyond the divine through this mix of the angelic and the animal. Your winged cheekbones arched down and out into the perfection of your nose, an exquisite chimera of sharp and vague, like shadow twisted into light, tapering into a point that was at once fleshly and mineral, part cherub, part buttock, part ether. From the tilt of your head, I could gaze into the depths of your nostrils, but I had to pull myself out from their humid blackness, for fear of once more submitting to passions unworthy of your sweet, queenly countenance. I could only conclude my reconnaissance by then gazing into your eyes, and when I did so I knew, I could tell, by the sculpted poise of your sleek eyebrows, by the brilliant white sheen of your quivering lobes, by the dazzling blue of your kaleidoscopic irises, and by the faint ember red that pulsed from deep within your dark, dark pupils. I could tell by this controlled fire flashing from your gaze that all this time that I had been looking at you, you had been patiently, though ardently, burningly, waiting for this moment, for this meeting of two lights, two souls brushing up against one another in the visual act. And when my eyes finally did meet yours, I saw your whole body transformed into an expression of concupiscence, just the barest change, as if a soft azure light had begun to glow behind you or from within you, or as if your halo had flashed in that moment, casting all of your curves, edges, and shadows in a new brilliance that flooded over and out from your being, and washed us both within the ecstatic flow of mutual attraction. In that moment, I very much wanted to walk over and shake your hand.